shield you from the time's current before you crashed. As promised, I will shield you from any harm that comes your way. Don't worry about this place. This realm is unique. Not even the sun's radiance can touch it. Come. I'll assist you in repairing the areas devastated by the sun. Look, once again, this place has reconnected with the time flow outside. That was a perilous shallows where the current briefly stalled. And you have navigated through the stretch where you were most likely to run aground. Do you wish to revisit the missed segments? No one ever steps in the same river twice, but perhaps you're an exception. Well, take a distant view from this shore. Before plunging back into your time, feel free to glimpse what happened to others in a different time and place. And that's it. Now, time is about to resume its march. While I can momentarily pull you from the time's current, stopping its flow is beyond my capabilities. Let's set sail. We'll meet again at the next stop, wherever that may be.
How ridiculous. Despite all those fancy words, here we are. Fitting. This is truly fitting. Even a variable beyond calculation is too fragile to change anything. Nana, I wouldn't be standing here if I could truly free my soul from its burden. Ah, it's you. So, is this when we first met?
There you are, Shamash.
Nana. Zero, pass on this message. The command is a palindrome.
I see. It was indeed the right decision to have you stay there.
You discovered it. Why?
Why what? Why didn't I pursue Erishan? Because that would be futile. I should have realized earlier that the key point is not preventing the Copper Sphere from being activated, because its activation is destined. In the future that Seer foresaw, the Copper Sphere was activated but had not yet exploded, and there was nobody present to witness its detonation. Do you grasp what I'm implying, Shamash? We thought we should stop Aten from being activated, but that's a typical misunderstanding. What we should do is try to shut it down again once it's activated. It's a future that hasn't been seen, and it's our last hope.
The command.
It is true that only Erishan knows the command, but there is no such thing as an unbreakable code. All codes share a common enemy. No matter how complex and clever they may be, they will never withstand the most primitive and ungraceful, yet also the most effective decryption method. Brute force method. With enough patience, I can eventually figure out the number of sand grains in every desert across the world. Given sufficient time, as long as I try them one by one, I can ultimately decipher all the codes in the world. Such is the mathematical death sentence for all codes, and brute force method is the executioner. It reminds me of something, you know? Exactly. It's similar to what this library has been doing for millennia. It lists an infinite number of possibilities based on a finite set of characters. Truth always exists in those infinite possibilities. It's just, we haven't found it yet. All we lack now is time. The very purpose of cryptography is to delay the progress of decryption. Through countless laborers and slaves, combined with unwavering determination and patience, the Memphians unraveled the command to activate Aten. However, we don't have that much time or manpower. Nonetheless, we're a few thousand years ahead of the Memphians. During Akhenaten's era, people themselves were the basic computing units, using their fingers and brains to calculate. But now, the most advanced computer in the world is right here, in this part of the Babel Tower. And that's why I didn't pursue Erishan, but came here instead.
The central computer room.
Indeed. These interconnected processing modules.
Insufficient.
Are you worried the computational power is still not enough? Well, if we solely rely on the processing modules in the tower, it might not be sufficient. But this is the Library of Babel. It replicates all the rooms infinitely, which in turn expands the size of our processing module rooms infinitely. So, we'll combat infinity with infinity. We use the library to achieve trillions of possibilities and achieve a feat that would take the Memphians eons to accomplish. We'll connect all the extra processing modules, forming a processing network with ample computational power. and leave the rest to brute force method. Complex techniques are nothing in the face of raw power. Let's activate the central computer ahead. Revolve! Moon! Futile effort!
Trivial skill!
Let's see. With the current computational power, it'll take us another 24 hours to go through every possible combination. That's hardly surprising, to be honest. Looks like we'll have to connect the other arithmetic modules.
To fry!
Futile effort! The path to the console for the first module is blocked. We need to find a way to lower this barrier. Are there sensors up there?
Nana, the space.
Yeah, I know. Things are getting tricky.
Space.
The timeline of this library is collapsing, along with the nearby time periods. I'm afraid Ereshkigal has caused it. This space is highly unstable now, and we can't be sure which point in time we've been sent back to. But don't worry. We still have a chance before the timeline of this space collapses completely. How much more do we need?
60%.
We need to pick up the pace.
Kneel!
The control hub for the arithmetic module is up on that platform. But this place is like a labyrinth. I need to figure out how to navigate it.
Judgment. Condemnation. Judgment.
And this arithmetic module is connected too. All right, we're down to the last module. Let's keep going. We need to open that door to access the console for the last module.
Bow before the sun's brilliance! Ignorance. Kneel!
The last module's now connected. We can leave now.
Ignorance.
Flaming Crescent! I am the plague!
All the modules are connected now. Let's hurry back and reboot the central computer. We've successfully restarted. And now, we'll leave everything else to the brute force method. Don't let anything get near it until it finishes the calculation.
Condemnation! Bow before the sun's brilliance!
Waning Crescent! Revolve Moon! Reckless children are not liked.
I am the blade!
Worked?
If you're talking about getting a full list of all possible combinations, it worked. However, if you're talking about finding the specific one to deactivate Aten,
Verification.
exactly. That's the most challenging part. Every possible word, phrase, and chapter now reside within this computational network. But how are we supposed to find that specific command? If we recite all the commands, one must deactivate Aten. But Aten is not here, and there are only the two of us. Can we really recite all the commands before we die of old age? How can we quickly send all these commands to Aten to check if they're correct? Oh gosh, Cosmos. You've left behind quite a mess. What were you thinking? Huh? Hold on a sec.
When you face a problem that you can't solve, use it, Nana.
Critical moment. This is the critical moment. What am I supposed to do with your legacy? What are you doing? The port doesn't even match. This is...
You. Get away from this place.
Come, rain or sun, the umbrella is always ready.
Zero. You'll meet someone in the near future. You will meet an outlander who once basked in the sunlight, but chose to descend into the depths of the caves. This outlander comes from the outside and knows nothing of the cave. Naturally, they will be confused about their situation. You must guide and protect them. This is your mission. From the moment you meet your fated person, your blank life will start getting its meaning. While inevitable destiny might sound like a burden, you can think of this fated encounter as a romantic tale and look forward to it. That's all I have to say. Now, I must depart. I'm going beyond the cave to see the real sun. Yes, we will. Remember, any destiny, no matter how long and complex, is only reflected in a single moment. The moment when you realize who you truly are. This is true for the Outlander, and for you too. When both of you realize who you truly are, we will meet again.
Why? Didn't I tell you to leave? Well, I'm sorry. Although I told you that you had the right to regret, that's not the truth. The director, no, Cosmos. He told me that I must keep whoever holds the pendant safe. So, if you had rejected my request back then, I would have erased your memory. Not only the memory of being here. Are you angry? You have every right to be angry. It's only natural to be angry when you've been lied to. I don't know. Let me down. I'm fine. My body possesses a special property. It's not safe ahead. Follow me. Let's go ahead and check things out. That was... Yeah, I did. The library is collapsing due to Aten's massive destruction. For the library itself, time and space are intertwined. It created these infinite rooms by organizing all possibilities in both time and space simultaneously. So naturally, if the library collapses, time collapses with it. When time and space collapse together, it's like a black hole in reality. Once you cross the event horizon, all measurements and laws will cease to exist. Think of this library as a colossal kaleidoscope. As it destabilizes and starts spinning, countless fragments fall, crack, and collide, intersecting in space and intertwining in time. What you saw is probably the time sector from when you first encountered Arashan and Arten, merged with our current time. What resides within the light cone is destined. The collapse starts here, at the singularity of the black hole. All light cones will curve toward the singularity, ultimately leading to an impenetrable event horizon. Even if we can change the past, it is destined. Find Arten. This isn't over yet. Arten hasn't detonated itself, because if it did, everything here would be eliminated. We still have a chance. It must be at the starting point, where the beacon is located. No anomalies can resist their instinct to get close to the beacon. Fluttering wings. Fall. There's a trace left by Arten. Let's follow it. Fluttering wings. Fluttering wings. What's wrong? These bookshelves. I see. Do you remember what it was like when we first got here? That time sector is overlapping with the one we're in now. While we can observe them, they can't do the same with us. I'm not sure, but it's worth a shot. Back then, the people who sent messages to us were no other than our present selves. Let's give it a try. I know, but even so, we should follow what has already happened. Otherwise, the space would become even more unstable. Let's start from there. I remember the codes for those books. Watch out. Ansu, end it all! The distortion is over. This bookshelf now contains the books only from this time sector. Let's go. Remember? The second suspicious bookshelf is right here. Fall.
Trivial skill.
We still have one more chance. Let's go. The third bookshelf is over there, but we can't reach it just yet. Try activating the console over there. Yeah.